I mean, in space, no one can hear you scream, but no one can hear you talk either. So the two things come together. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but today's episode is titled In Space, because that's an interesting concept in English and in Hungarian, because we refer to space differently. So let's crack on. So yeah, whatever Space Me told you, that's kind of true. And now, really, let's check out the sentence before anything happens. It's not that things will happen, but you know. So yeah, the other camera me is absolutely right. This episode is about space and how we perceive it. So let's try to translate some of these words, and then it will enlighten us about what's going on. So, űrben, remember the ben. I like referring back to the cube because that's just fun. Ben is within that three-dimensional cube or space or whatever the cube represents. So, I guess in space, for some reason English doesn't feature the. We never say in the space because that would refer to a specific space, not just space in general, in, outside our atmosphere. And then mindig, always, but what? Let's try these two together. Oh yeah, Mum, there is, well, to be honest, my perfect translation in this particular case would be there is room for you. Számodra, with all this sort of attachment thingy on it, then yeah, számodra, remember, again, I'm referring back to the cube. Re is on, so on to that. And in a way, that's how we think about other people when we think for you. But if you want to sort of dissect this, it's quite easy because számodra has the sam part, means number, and then plus possessive plus for, and that's how it's gonna happen. So if I'm right, then I can actually create other persons. For instance, számomra, then számodra, számára, unfortunately, there is a connecting vowel, and it becomes a. And then plural first person, számunkra, számotokra, and számukra. So there you go. Much like you would do it in English. You dissect a sentence. In Hungarian, we dissect a word. And every word has a root, and from that root we build it up until we have the solution to whatever we want to mean. And every language is like that. You have to think about it for a very long time, and it's slow and tedious and horrible, and then it becomes second nature, and then you're gonna be able to speak on that language effortlessly. So yes, that's what's gonna happen. Right, and I think we translated everything here, so in space there is room for you. I mean, except this one, which is always. There you go. That's the perfect translation. There is űr in Hungarian, and there is hely, which Google Translate would want to translate to place, and for some reason room is never listed. But when it comes to having room, enough room in a place, that's what English uses, that word, and not place. So in this case, hely can be translated as place or room, depending on what you want. And then in English, there's space and room. And of course, if I say I have a place in space, then yeah, you could use hely. Unless you mean I have a place as in I have a house, which in Hungarian would be translated to literally I have a house in space or something specific, or maybe home. That could be a good one. Yeah, and that's about it. I know, the same joke twice is not that exciting, but still, at least I made myself laugh. Well, not in this occasion, but when I was thinking about this. Anyways, you know what? let's just stop this episode right here, right now, and, just go home, do whatever, and get on with our day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the document, and see you later. Bye-bye.